In football, expensive contracts are always linked to a player's value, and we saw the biggest of all in the history of football in 2022. French superstar striker Kylian Mbappé signed a contract extension worth $128 million with PSG, making him the world's highest-paid football player. The 2018 World Cup winner has already beaten the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi in this category. So why did PSG pay that whopping sum of money to keep him? And do you think he's worth it? According to Forbes magazine, Paris Saint-Germain's Kylian Mbappé has emerged as the world's highest-paid football player, the first player other than Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo to top the list in 8 years. A record from Forbes' annual rankings, Mbappé, 23, is projected to make $128 million before agents' fees for the 2022-23 season, with Messi and Ronaldo of Manchester United a $120 million and PSG $100 million respectively in second and third place. Since his last contract in Paris was scheduled to expire after last season, the France international has been linked with a move to Real Madrid, only to agree to a 3-year deal to stay at his parent club in May. Forbes' list of the greatest earners in football includes a player's earnings off the field. Mbappé has a slew of large sponsorship agreements to his name while also launching his own production business, Zebra Valley, in the previous year. The figures in Mbappé's current deal are mind-boggling, especially compared to the most lucrative contracts in football history. However, before diving into the contract deal and why he signed a contract extension, let's look at Mbappé's football journey. Kylian Mbappé is presently a member of Paris Saint-Germain and the French national team. He is regarded by many as one of the world's top players. After a brief loan period, Mbappé transferred from Monaco to PSG in 2018 for €180 million, making him the second most expensive player in history, after teammate Neymar. The French forward, who has won 4 championships, was named Ligue 1 Player of the Year in 2021 to 2022, making it 3 times in total. He had led the league in scoring in the seasons of 2018-19, 2019-20, 2020-21, and 2021-22. Mbappé was a member of France's World Cup winning team in Russia in 2018, scoring 4 goals, including a game-winning shot against Croatia in the finals. He was the first youngster to score in a World Cup final since Brazil's Great Peel and was named FIFA's best young player. Mbappé is largely regarded as one of the world's most gifted footballers. His speed, dribbling, and merciless finishing make him most famous. At 14, Mbappé joined Monaco's youth program after beginning his career at AS Bondy. He became the club's youngest ever player in December 2015 when, as a substitute in a 1-1 draw with SM Caen, he made his first team debut, breaking the previous record of France star Thierry Henry in a 3-1 victory against Troyes in February 2016. The striker netted his first Ligue 1 goal. He joined the club and signed his first professional contract a month later. In the 2016-17 campaign, Mbappé established himself by scoring 15 goals in 29 games as Monaco won the Ligue 1 championship. He became the second youngest Frenchman to score in Europe after Karim Benzema in a February 2017 Champions League loss to Manchester City when he was on target. The attacker scored 6 goals in the campaign before Monaco was eliminated in the semi-finals by Juventus. Following his success at Monaco, Mbappé secured a loan transfer to PSG in 2017. On his debut, the attacker made an early impression, scoring in a 5-1 triumph over Metz. After just 1 season at the Parc des Princes, he won the Golden Boy Award, a trophy previously held by Lionel Messi, Cesc Fabregas, and Sergio Aguero. Mbappé became the second most expensive player of all time in 2018 after Neymar, as the French Giants paid €145 million to make the transfer permanent, plus a further €35 million in add-ons. The prized number 7 jersey went to the Frenchman after Lucas Moura joined Tottenham Hotspur and left it empty. He was the league's leading scorer in 2018-19 with 33 goals in just 29 games, earning him the Ligue 1 Player of the Year accolade. Before the COVID-19 epidemic forced the end of the season, Mbappé ended the 2019-20 season as the leading scorer with 18 goals in 20 games. PSG made it to the Champions League finals before falling to Bayern Munich in Lisbon by a 1-0. The attacker maintained excellent play throughout the competition, scoring 5 goals and dishing out 6 assists. In addition, he surpassed Lionel Messi of Argentina and Barcelona as the youngest player in the competition to score 15 goals. Though PSG lost the Ligue 1 championship to Lille in 2020 and 21, Mbappé guided Les Parisiens to their 9th title in 2021-22. He finished the season as the top scorer with 28 goals and the top assister with 17, becoming the only player in Ligue 1 history to accomplish both feats. Mbappé's future at PSG was questioned during the 2021 transfer window. Real Madrid asked about Mbappé and finally proposed £167, but PSG declined to answer. Los Blancos finally backed out of the deal, opting to wait until Mbappé's contract expired in 2022 before signing him on a free transfer. Unexpectedly, Mbappé extended his deal with PSG through 2025, making himself the highest-paid footballer in the world with a salary of almost £1 million per week and a £100 million signing bonus. The image rights and bonus payments for goals, Ballon d'Or victories and Champions League triumphs are the other areas where PSG has made concessions. So why did he switch his decision at the last minute and go for a contract extension? Was money the motivating factor, or was there another reason that we're unaware of? Last May, Kylian Mbappé allegedly signed the largest deal in sports history. Le Parisien, a publication that is frequently up-to-date on PSG news, estimates that the 23-year-old striker would make €636 million gross or €282 million net before bonuses if he stays with the club through June 30, 2025. The newspaper also substantiates reports from L'Equipe that Mbappé has reportedly only extended his contract until 2024 with a season-long option. The striker reportedly makes €72 million gross a year or €6 million per month, which translates to €2.7 million after taxes. He placed 6th in this year's Ballon d'Or rankings. Following the signing of his new PSG contract, the parties concerned claimed to have agreed on a €180 million bonus payment, which will be paid in 3 installments of €60 million per year, regardless of whether the superstar departs the capital club sooner or later. In addition, Mbappé will get a loyalty bonus yearly when he represents PSG. In September 2022, this incentive was worth €70 million. In 2023 and 2024, it will be worth €80 million and €90 million respectively. These astounding numbers demonstrate how much the French powerhouses were willing to sacrifice to prevent Mbappé from joining Real Madrid on a free transfer. So why did he sign? Mbappé waited until the end of it to make his decision after months of conversations, negotiations, mind-changing moments, twists, meetings, enormous bids, uncertainties, and concerns. On his own, he sought advice from his mother Faiza and father Wilfred, spoke with his lawyer Delphine Verheyden, and even received phone calls from French President Emmanuel Macron, who begged him to remain in Paris. Some of France's most influential figures sent him messages, including the same message: stay at PSG. Mbappé spent a day in Madrid in the closing days after making his decision, while his mother traveled to Qatar to speak with PSG's leadership. Since ESPN first reported on PSG's newfound confidence about being able to extend Mbappé's contract in January, everything has been building up to this point. In February, the attacker assured both clubs that he would do things his way in terms of timelines, scheduling, and decision-making. Their team's final bids were on the table last week, and he was pleased with both, but neither club knew what the verdict would be. Since he was 11, Real Madrid has attempted to capture the France star, making recruiting attempts in 2011, 2016, 2017, and 2021, as well as this summer. Finally, the French club required him to stay. The ownership of PSG, located in Doha, couldn't face the idea of not having their biggest player playing for them when Qatar hosted the World Cup this year. And while both teams expected him to join them at some point, he ultimately chose to stay in Paris. It wasn't easy, but he thought it was best for him. So how will the agreement work? He is presently the highest paid player in the world at age of 23. According to ESPN FC, he earned a 3-year contract with a salary of €57 million net each season and different bonuses totaling up to €100 million over the term. But the most crucial factor is not even monetary. Probably political? The keys to PSG have been entrusted to him. He will have a voice in selecting the manager, sports director, and most likely players for the squad. They have paved the way for Mbappé to fulfill his desire to be the project's face, heart, and head. From here, there is so much more for him to do at the Parc des Princes. Break Edinson Cavani's record as the club's all-time leading scorer, he's only 29 goals behind, win PSG's first Championship League, compete in the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, and so much more. The next chapter has begun. With Mbappe's contract deal comes a slew of new developments in the PSG, and the ripple effect has already begun. So that is it, guys. Mbappé is now the face of the French powerhouse PSG and the highest paid footballer. Can he play at the highest level and make PSG's long-lasting dream come true by winning the Champions League? I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, kindly hit that like button. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much.